I want to start today by talking about a new statement from the CDC about coronavirus vaccination of younger people and what appears to be a link to a very rare heart condition, which can also be caused by the virus itself. And I think I feel driven to kind of preface this by saying, on the one hand, I've been a huge advocate of vaccination and continue to be, and this doesn't change that. And so for people who will react to me talking about this by saying, are you going anti-vaccine? Absolutely not. The risks of this condition with the vaccine are far lower than the risks of the very same condition if you get COVID. On the other hand, for people who have been saying, David, you won't ever talk about the side effects of vaccines. Well, you're also wrong because I'm talking about them right here. So let's get right into it. CDC Safety Group says there's a likely link between rare heart inflammation in young people after COVID shot. There have been more than 1,200 cases of a myocarditis or pericarditis, mostly in 30 and under people who received Pfizer's or Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine, according to CDC data. Roughly 300 million shots had been administered as of June 11th. For both vaccines combined, there were 12 heart inflammation cases per million doses. The CDC Safety Group is calling it a likely association between this rare heart inflammatory condition in adolescents and young adults, mostly after they've received their second shot based on the most recent data available. 1,200 cases, according to a series of presentations published yesterday, Wednesday. Myocarditis is the inflammation of the heart muscle. Pericarditis is the inflammation of the membrane surrounding the heart. Dr. Grace Lee chairs the CDC Safety Group, says, quote, clinical presentation of myocarditis cases following vaccination has been distinct, occurring most often within 1 week after dose 2, with chest pain as the most common presentation. Information is being gathered about how to manage this. The agency said there have been 267 cases of myocarditis or pericarditis after 1 dose and 827 after 2 doses. 132 additional cases where doses received is unknown. Importantly, Dr. Tom Shimabukuro says this is still a rare event. It's mostly men under 30. Remember, the blood clotting with the J&J was mostly women under 45. This is mostly men under 30. Very important. Of the 295 people who developed the condition and have been discharged, 79% fully recovered. 9 were hospitalized, 2 in intensive care. So there's no reason to hide this. We want to understand the risks and understand any medication, treatment, or whatever that we are obtaining. When you look at these numbers, you're talking about out of 300 million doses, 2 people in intensive care. And so we should be aware of this as vaccination sites are told about this and develop protocol for managing it. This is why you have all of this data and do this research. The vaccine is still way safer at all ages than getting COVID. That's an important thing to remember. We now know, I know personally of people of a variety of ages, 25 plus, dying of COVID. I know of 1 person with an allergic reaction to the vaccine that was sort of serious. She was brought to the ER and was fine after a couple of hours. There's no reason to hide this stuff. It looks bad to hide it. It should be reported in proper context. And remember that COVID itself comes with risk of heart inflammation. And it's a really important thing to remember. So information is still being gathered about this. It's extraordinarily rare. And even in almost all cases where this rare thing happens, people make a full recovery. Those are the facts as we understand them right now. And as more information comes forward about this, of course, I will present it to you.